friends, it's Rebecca Sarah. Today's video is super duper important to me because it is about mental health. I have been suffering with anxiety and depression for the last 8 or so years since I was mid-high school. Tough times high school is. I am definitely not a therapist. I'm not a psychiatrist or psychologist. I don't have any qualifications in this. All I have is my 8 years of experience, and this video is basically what I think. It's my personal opinions on what works for me. It might not work for you. But yeah, if you want to know my 5 top do's with mental illness, keep watching. So number 1, stimulate your mind. This could be reading, writing, it could be colouring in those adult colouring in books, they're very good. Taking quizzes, it could be crosswords. For me, it's literally planning and organising. Even if I never put it into action, I will write lists. I will plan ahead, I'll plan my future. Distracting you from your thoughts, the negative thoughts, the anxious thoughts. It doesn't need to be super stimulating, it just needs to be a distraction. It could literally be anything that uses your mind. Video games, for example. I know my partner loves playing video games when he wants to distract himself, and I mean, it works. You're using your brain to figure out what you're gonna do. So there's number 1. Number 2 is my favorite. It is to move your body. Move your body.
I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. You like to move it.
So yes, tip 2, move your body. It could be anything from yoga, walking, taking your kids to the park, swimming, literally anything that is going to move your muscles, your body, make you sweat. For me, it is exercise, hands down, exercise. Because my mind is it's so stimulated. For me, yoga, I'm always just thinking, like, I can't pay attention to, you know how they want you to like kind of feel your body and breathe, and like, I don't know how to explain it, but it's very hard when your mind is like full on going like all the time. So for me, it's exercise. Not only does it distract your mind, it also, the anxious feeling that you get in your chest, you get in your head, you get in your body, you can use that to your advantage. You can use that to work harder. It's kind of like people take pre-workout, so they get the chills or the pins and needles so that they want to work harder to get rid of it. Similar with anxiety, you can use your anxiety to work harder because you don't want to feel it anymore. And it does work, because the harder you go, the more fatigued your body feels, and your heart stops racing as fast. Your body has used all of the energy. It can release so much of the anxiety and the depression and make you feel just so good, and I love it, and I definitely suggest it to anyone. But I mean, it could be the same with yoga. You're stretching, you're releasing. If it's good for you and it works for you, do it, and you will know. Everyone knows their own body. You will know what your body needs. Mine needs something a little bit heavier and stronger and harder, but you might not. You might just need a good stretch. What works for you works for you. Number 3. Number 3 is something that I've realized in the last few weeks is a big thing. It is eating and drinking healthily. I have fluctuated in my diet so much in the last couple of months. In November, I started gym again. I start and stop all the time. And I started eating healthily, and then I started feeling so good. I started, feeling less anxious, less depressed. I had energy every day to go to the gym. I had energy to go to work. I, you know, wasn't staying in bed crying every day. My body was just feeling so good, because when your body feels good, your mind feels good as well. And I think it was about a week where I just went back to my dirty habits. I was eating McDonald's, I was eating, you know, Menulog, I was drinking alcohol, and it made me feel so bad and sluggish. I stopped going to the gym because I wasn't waking up with the energy that I needed to go to the gym, and I just felt sluggish. I'd stay in bed all day and I would just feel sorry for myself, and it really, really does affect how you feel, what you put into your mouth. And I didn't really notice that, you know, like you hear all these professionals saying it all the time, or like bloggers, and you're like, yeah, but you know, but no, like honestly, it does really affect how you feel, especially for people with mental illness, because I mean, you know, our bodies already function a lot differently, our minds already function a lot differently. We need to be putting as much nutrients and good stuff into our bodies, because we want our bodies to be the best that they can be. So, I mean, I personally now, every day, I will have some kind of smoothie with as many vegetables and fruits in it as possible. I'll put muscle relaxants in there. Magnesium is number one for someone with anxiety, because it is good for your nervous system. You can put chia seeds in there, you can put greens powder in there, you can put matcha powder in there, cacao, which is full of magnesium. Just fill it up with whatever you want. Also, I take vitamins, I try and eat vegetables, like just try and fill your body with as much nutrients as possible so that it can feel its best, so that your mind feels its best and you have the energy to go out and do things instead of stay at home and mope around like a sad sack. Honestly, it is so important, and you don't really notice it until you kind of feel it yourself. Even not eating, like for the past 4 days, I've been down with a stomach flu and I haven't eaten, and I feel like crap. I feel like I can't function, can't do anything, I can't clean, I can't go out, I definitely can't go to the gym. Like, I need to replenish my body, because overeating or undereating, like it makes you feel like crap. So that's another one. Do eat healthy. You will seriously thank your body so much for it. Number four, give time to yourself. Giving time to yourself is super important, because at the end of the day, you need to know your worth, you need to spoil yourself, you need to become one with yourself, you need to love yourself, because I'm sure going through, you know, any kind of mental illness, it might not be depression or anxiety, there will be so many times where you're like, why me, I hate myself. But at the end of the day, you're stuck with this body for the rest of your life. Unfortunately, I'm sorry, you are. It's not going to change, and you can either cry in a corner about it, or you can literally get up and do something and love yourself. Have a bath, have a nice relaxing bath, glass of wine, bubbles, and just be in the moment with yourself and learn to love yourself. You could go out shopping by yourself. Time by yourself is also good too. I don't know what it is about it. It's so relaxing. You can do what you want. You can go where you want. It is the best. Go to the movies by yourself. Go to coffee by yourself. Do you know what? Seriously, I've done that, and it's so good. So good. You don't have to talk to anybody. You can literally just be one with yourself. It's great. You should definitely try it. Tip 5, lucky last. Tip 5 is one that you will hear every single day from every single person, but for me, it is very important, because I didn't for a very, 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 very long time, and still to this day sometimes I lose it. Be yourself. Because at the end of the day, the only person you need to impress is yourself. Go back a few years, look at high school. Are you still friends with half those people? Because I think I'm friends with a handful of people from high school. All of those people that I tried to impress are irrelevant to my adult life. I don't see them, I don't speak to them. Why did I try so hard to impress them if I wasn't even going to see them again a few years later? And still to this day, sometimes I lose it and I think people might like me if I'm this version of myself. But I mean, quit that job, are you still going to know those people? Like, if they don't love you for who you are, then why even bother? Like, seriously, just be around people that love you for who you are. And I'm sure there are a lot of people, because there's a lot of genuine people out there, believe it or not, that will accept you for your anxious, sometimes sad, sometimes miserable self. Because I personally have found plenty of people who love me for who I am, and they are the most amazing, fantastically wonderful people ever. Think about how old you are now and how old you'll be when you die. Do you really want to spend those next, for me it'll be 60, 70 years being someone who is not your authentic self? Because to me that sounds pretty shitty. It's a long time. That is a very long time to be someone else. Why bother? I mean, you only live once. Seriously though, you only live once. So it's not like you can come back and be like, oh, I'll do it again and be myself this time. No, you need to do it now, because there is no later. It's now or never, literally. Anyway, so that is my 5 top do's. Stay tuned for next week and I will have my 5 top don'ts. Just remember that these are my opinions. They are not scientific, medical, blah, blah, whatevers. They're just what I think you should do, or well, I think I should do when I'm feeling down, or to make myself feel healthier and better, and yep. Make myself feel good. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you or anyone else is feeling down or anxious and you don't know what to do, or you don't know who to speak to, there are plenty of really good online communities out there. There's Lifeline, there's Headspace. I'll put the links down below. Please, 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 please remember, you are literally never alone. There is always going to be someone, whether it's a friend, a family member, or a stranger. It could literally be someone from one of these organizations that you thought you would never speak to, but you are never alone. No one is ever alone. There is billions of people in this world, and I'm sure there is at least one, I think a lot more, at least one person who wants to sit there and listen. I would. If you guys want to comment down below, feel free. But thank you guys so much for watching. Please remember to subscribe and like, and also comment. Give me some feedback, because it is only my 2nd video and I still feel like I could do better, and I really would like you guys to tell me what I could do better with. So